So, welcome everybody to a new playthrough. We're going to be playing through the Fortune Island expansion that came out today. And yeah, a lot of different things have come along with this. Obviously we've got a new expansion in terms of the map, a whole new island to explore, new modes, new races, there's a new drift club story, there's new vehicles that have been added as well as the two with the car pass. And yeah, this is one of those vehicles. It's a Funko, what is it? Motorsports F9. So yeah, you're looking at the most powerful vehicle that we've ever had on the Forza series so far. Because as you can see, it's got 1750 horsepower from a 7.4 litre twin turbocharged V8, and it only weighs 2,800 pounds. It's not got the best top speed because it's got short gearing because it's a off-road vehicle, but incredibly quick in terms of acceleration and launch. And yeah, most powerful vehicle we've ever had. So yeah, let's get going to Fortune Island. Yes, I would. Thank you. So yeah, new vehicles have added. Got the Morris Traveller now. We've got the latest BMW M5. We've finally got the Lamborghini Urus outside of its concept vehicle. We've only ever had the concept version of that car for a long time now. So we've finally got the standard version, production version.
Joel sorted out the transport. Things could get a little choppy on the way.
Oh no. What's he done this time? Boat? Plane? Helicopter?
Well,
Hovercraft.
sort of all of the above, really.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. Let's get going.
The one we raced against in a showcase event. So yeah, there's also the new weather effects, lightning storms, the northern lights. So yeah, really looking forward to trying this out. It's also the biggest expansion we've ever had for a Forza game, so Forza Horizon game even. So yeah, quite frankly, what they're going to do with the next expansion that's coming out sometime next year, I don't know. Whether it's going to be even bigger or just something like the Hot Wheels one, where it's just like a modification of a map that we already have. I don't know. But it should be interesting nonetheless. But yeah, this alone is going to be a fun expansion to drive around, especially with the kind of roads that they've introduced. Like switchback mounted passes and stuff like that, the kind of stuff that you would have seen on like Forza Motorsport 4 at Fuji Mikado. I think that's what it was called, where it had all the twists and turns and going around mountains and stuff. Whether or not it's precisely like that, I don't know, but I have seen plenty of twists and turns that look like the kind of roads that you'd see in Italy in the mountains. So yeah, it's taking a while to load. There we go. Not going to be in need of that lighthouse.
Pilot says this is the best drop-off point. The rest is all sheer cliffs.
I can imagine. So yeah, this is another new one of those vehicles.
Let's push on, I know a place.
It's a Ram. Herculean vehicle, that is. Nearly 600 horsepower despite weighing more than 5,000 pounds. It can do 16 under 5 seconds, so fairly quick vehicle for something so large.
What do you reckon, Beck? Shall we put the festival in here?
Do you know how the tide works, Alex? Come on, let's keep going.
Push it that mountain. First chance I get, I'm going up there. What do you reckon, Jay? Jay? Where's Jay?
So yeah, this looks like it's going to be a good mix between off-road and on-road.
You two were a bit slow, so I did some scouting of my own.
Liking this Ram. Quite meaty sounding vehicle. Oh, there we go, lightning storm.
Wow, lightning! This place is perfect for Horizon.
I love me some lightning in video games. Red Dead Redemption 2 had some amazing lightning effects, so I'm hoping, well, as you can see, this has some pretty good ones as well. Maybe a little bit, you know, OTT in terms of reality, but
Gonna have to take a detour off road.
this is all about fun rather than realism, so don't mind if they're a bit over the top. Whoa! That's a big tree gone now.
Way too close.
I think this is partly based on like the Shetland Islands and the islands north of Scotland in terms of the rugged terrain and their
Here, Beck. This way.
housing.
Think I found a shortcut.
Whoa! Looking forward to driving that Lamborghini. Yeah, definitely doing a review of this Ram and the Morris and
Sorry for the detour. How are we all doing? There's a
the like.
fast way into the port, but you may want to hold on.
Holy shit.
Wow! The locals must know we're coming. They left the lights on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, this looks like the perfect spot to set up the festival.
Fortune Island is a go.
Well, that'll settle quick. But yeah, I'll be doing a review of all the normal kind of road vehicles, including the Ram.
Hey, monkey. Welcome to Fortune Island. This is the Island Conqueror, a brand new tournament we've set up to find the fastest, bravest driver here on the island. Make your way through the qualifying rounds and race for the chance to be crowned the Island Conqueror.
Cool.
Now, somewhere on Fortune Island, the Horizon Festival has hidden a chest containing 1 million unmarked, non-consecutive credits. To trace its location, first you'll need to solve this riddle. Listen closely. The massive truck stomps around like a T-Rex. Roar through the speed zone at Festival's apex.
Right, so follow the speed zone and should find it from there. So there's the speed zone. So this is a map. As you can see, it is pretty large. Granted, it's not going to be the biggest expansion ever, but that is still a decent sized island. And yeah, it's certainly bigger than Storm Island was, I can imagine. Because I don't think that was all that large. But yeah, decent size, and I like the fact that because it's based around like kind of treasure and trying to find treasure around, that it's kind of like a treasure map in the design. It's quite old school in that approach, so yeah, really quite like that. So yeah, let's go find this first clue. There's 18 areas to discover. Not going to get the speed zone from the first go, because obviously this car is quite a weighty thing and not the quickest, despite having a lot of power.
Arrived at your destination.
Oh, so you just have to
Very
simply
nice.
do the task,
Transmitting
and that's the
approximate
riddle.
coordinates and photographic reference. Match them up for the exact location. Well, we couldn't make it too easy for you, could we?
Alright. Well, that's easy enough. It's boat by the dock. Let's go find
You
it.
solved the riddle. Nice work.
It's not going to be inland. I can see the boat now, and there's the treasure, I think. Yoink!
Horizon.
1 million credits.
Meet our first Fortune Island millionaire. How do you feel? Different? Well, before you retire to a Caribbean island, let me just say we'll be releasing one treasure chest in each round of the Island Conqueror. If you wanted to stick around.
So that should be around 10 million just from those treasure chests, which is very good because I'm still saving up for the houses and stuff on the main island or the main map and the like. So yeah, I'm glad that's a thing. So yeah, we haven't quite unlocked all of the cars that are available yet. We haven't unlocked the Lamborghini Urus yet. For whatever reason, that's not in the main garage at the moment to get for free, but I imagine it will be unlocked eventually. So yeah, let's see what else we can do. Alright, there's a cross-country race up here, so let's go do that. Let's see what this island is made of.
Turn
Oh,
around.
got something in Horizon Life. Got a wheel spin, let's do it. Usually in the main series we won't all that lucky with these, so hopefully we will be here. Yep, I'm fine with that. It's a car I don't have, and it's quite an expensive car as well, so it's saved me some money on that front. And we've got another wheel spin because of it. That's a good thing about the wheel spins, they kind of accumulate into, you know, getting you more of stuff, which I'm all fine with. 10 grand. It's a little bit of money. And even more money, so 140 grand there out of the 2 wheel spins. So we've earned 1.14 million in a few minutes, so yeah, I'm all about that. And that's a wheel spin that we just did on the second go. So yeah, 63 euros to discover. So yeah, not quite as much as obviously the main island where I had more than 500. But again, this is more about the rough stuff more than just, you know, the typical roads, so I'm fine with that. Oh dear. That ram seems to be struggling getting up that road there. Looks pretty good as well in the normal sunshine and the like.
In 400 yards.
I like the fact that the mountains are quite close, they're not well off in the distance. Though obviously, I doubt you're able to climb them.
Turn right.
Ooh, sorry Jeep, nearly got you there.
In 200
It's like an old
yards.
church spire
Turn
there.
right.
So yeah, a lot of abandoned villages on this island.
You have arrived at your destination.
Right, Fenholm cross-country circuit. We'll stick with this Ram if it lets us. So yeah, it's a Ram Rebel TRX concept. So there's all the stats. 6.2 litre V8, naturally aspirated and all that kind of power. But obviously with all that amount of power it's still going to deal with all that weight. So it's not a, you know, a massively quick vehicle, but for a vehicle of its size and weight it's decently quick. Like I said, it can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, which is pretty damn good when you consider it's not all that aerodynamic and certainly not that lightweight. Right. Let's see what it's made of in a racing environment. So yeah, they're on the same difficulty that they were on the main series of this game, which I think is a happy medium. If I put it to unbeatable, seems to be heavily weighted to the couple of cars in front in terms of getting far ahead, which just isn't fun for me. But on this level, it can be a challenge, but not so much that it's stupidly frustrating. Get everyone to steer on this truck, no surprise there. I'd certainly be happy if Ram made this into a full production vehicle, because obviously this is only the concept. But if it's pretty much the same as this in a production version, then I'll be fine with that, because it's a pretty impressive vehicle. I like the pretty much old school approach that it's going for. Certainly prefer this to the 2,500 power wagon. Chiefly because, well, it's a smaller vehicle and has more power, while easily just as having as much off-road capability. So yeah, there's a new mode called, I think it's called Trailblazing. Which basically means you have to drive from point to a point, but there's no set route between those points. So you have to try and find the fastest way from point A to point B. Which isn't obviously the most original mode ever on a racing game, but it should make up for some fun races. Not sure if it's against like a ghost time or against opponents like we are with on this race, but either way it should be good. Especially on a new island like this, where we've yet to really get even halfway through what it has to offer. Well, there we go. Convincing win there for the Ram. We're the only one in that. Yeah, everyone else is in a Ford Raptor or the Ram Power Wagon. So, yeah, not the most original of choices there with the Ford Raptor. But we get a decent amount of money influence out of it.
Nicely done. See, I knew you didn't come out here just to get rich. Put in a few more drives like that, make it to the final 12, and we'll send you back to the mainland with the title of Island Conqueror.
I'll be happy with that kind of title. Right. So yeah, we've discovered a few roads there, but not much. So we've got a dirt race there, and we've got a road race. I think I want to do the road race, because look at all those switchback corners and stuff. That should be pretty fun. So let's go do that. Should get there in no time by cutting across.
In 100 yards, turn right.
I know cross country is a bit different to dirt racing, but at the end of the day it is still pretty much just doing off-roading, and I want to do some good old-fashioned racing. So yeah, it's not just the Lamborghini Urus we've got yet to unlock. We've got the Celine, the S59 or whatever it's called, I can't remember. But that's a car that we've not had on a Forza game since Forza Motorsport 4, and it was one of my favourite cars on that game, so I'm really glad that's back. Then we've got the original, or the first ever production Koenigsegg. Again, I'm looking forward to driving that. So I don't know when those two in the Lamborghini is going to be unlocked. I was surprised to not see them in the garage ready like the BMW was, and the Morris. In fact, even this Ram wasn't immediately available either, so yeah, I was surprised by that. Right, we've got those cars to choose from. I just want to see if we've got anything new to buy. Anything popped up? Because I've also got a Lamborghini Aventador convertible to try out as well. New. So yeah, I don't know when they'll unlock at whatever point, but nonetheless, I want to get in the Lamborghini Gallardo Super, the Spider Performante. It's one of my favourite supercars on this game, even if it is just a heavier, slightly slower version of a car we already have. But I just love the look of it, and it is still nonetheless fun to drive. So yeah, like I said, expect to see reviews of pretty much every car that's been released with this expansion, and obviously we've got the 2 car pass cars to do as well. Those car pass cars will take priority over the cars in this expansion, because the 2 cars I've been looking forward to driving on this game, so yeah, giving them a bit more priority. Alright, let's see what this Lamborghini's made of, and luckily we've got some nice sunny weather to go with the convertible aspect of the vehicle. Been after this kind of mountain road on a Forza game for a long while. Speaking of the car pass as well, the next few weeks are looking like the best few weeks in the car pass yet. There's not a single vehicle that I'm not looking forward to driving, which I haven't been able to say for a while, to be honest, especially in terms of week after week. Granted, the two Hondas that are in this week's car pass release I do enjoy, and I'm looking forward to reviewing them for you guys. Especially the Civic RS, which is a big surprise, quite frankly. Considering it's not got all that much power, it's still only a front-wheel drive hatchback, and yet it's surprisingly quick and endearing. So yeah, I can't wait to show that off to you guys. This mountain road is pretty damn good. I can imagine people that like drifting are going to be dribbling over the amount of corners on this. Because even me with my lack of drifting skills is getting some good oversteer. I imagine the Drift Club 2.0 is going to be heavily featured on that road. Oh, I love the sound of that V10. But we're not going to be quick enough to beat that GTR. That was pretty much GTR road country though, to be honest. It's kind of Japanese road, that kind of thing would have been tested round. Second place is not bad, especially since it's my first time down that road. Considering we're in a car that is not as quick as that GTR as well, it's still fairly good. But I generally pick cars I enjoy driving over ones that are quick. 50 grand there.
But just so you know, we're tracking results for the Horizon Road Race series as well. What? You think we take a break just because we're 1,000 miles from civilization?
1,000 miles. Whoa.
Hey, monkey.
That hovercraft went far.
And all the rest of you. Phase 2 of Horizon Fortune Island is now underway, which means there's a new treasure chest riddle. Listen closely. The needle climb has been known to intimidate when set adrift in an Italian 458. Good luck.
Right, so the Ferrari 458 and
Also,
a needle climb.
Island Conqueror Round 2 is live. Only the best drivers advance. I haven't checked the full list of qualifiers, but I'm assuming that means you.
Hey, I've got approval from the festival for a new flavour of PR stunts. Meet me here when you're ready.
Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, that's the Trailblazer gate that was on about. Not sure if it's just PR or, you know, just those kind of things, but as you can see, you've got a certain amount of time to get from one part to the other. Right, needle climb there. So it's probably that. 200,000 is quite a lot, but you know, I think I did that kind of score on a Drift Club mission at one point. Right, I want to go to the garage, see if any of those vehicles have unlocked. They probably haven't, to be fair, but it's worth having a look.
We've got
Cause,
some digs around the back of the festival site for all Horizon drivers. Do you want to set up camp here?
yeah, for now. Because we aren't going to be going anywhere anytime soon from this island. Too much enjoyable stuff to look at and do. So yeah, these are all the vehicles that I obviously haven't bought that are free. This Exo set from Exo Motive is another one of the vehicles introduced with this Fortune Island expansion, but we have had it before. I think we had it on previous Forza Motorsport game. But it is essentially an off-road buggy with a decent amount of power and not all that much in the way of weight, so that'll be helpful at some point. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we have the other vehicles yet to be unlocked. which is a shame. I'll just show you off the car pass since I've been raving about it. So yeah, I am going to be reviewing these Hondas at some point. But yeah, we've got a couple of Chevrolets to come. Basically high-powered versions of other cars that we've already had, but I'm not going to argue with a 755 horsepower Corvette or a 650 horsepower Camaro. But more importantly, we have the Triumph TR6 coming into the game. We've never had a TR6 before, and yeah, it's been one of those you know, lightweight British sports cars that I've always wanted on a game, especially since it was heavily featured in a Top Gear episode in the early days, I think in Series 2. So I've been looking forward to driving that for a long while, and I'm glad it's here. Then we got the Morgan Aero GT. So yeah, basically a convertible version of the Aero Super Sports that we reviewed not long ago. Then we got the Ferrari GTC 4 Lusso. Now, in all honesty, this is probably the car I'm least excited about driving, but considering it's got 682 horsepower, it's all-wheel drive, and it doesn't look all that terrible, it's kind of got me intrigued, but it's got to be the car that I'm least excited about. The car I'm most excited about, though, is definitely this, a Lamborghini Jarama, I think it's called, Jarama S. So yeah, basically it's the first ever pre-80s car from Lamborghini that we've had that isn't a Miura. I know we've had the Countach, but we've only ever had the 80s version of that. We never had its original 70s version. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Front engine, rear wheel drive, V12 engine layout, and yeah, love the look of it. Kind of looks like an Alfa Romeo Montreal with those slightly covered headlights, but yeah, I'm not going to argue with a 365 horsepower V12 Lamborghini from the early 70s. So yeah, really looking forward to that, and hopefully it means that we get other Lamborghinis that we've never had before from before the 80s. Because there's a car this replaced. I can't quite remember the name of it, but that was looked pretty formidable. And then we have the Merak, which James May, I think it's the Merak or Uraka, something like that James May drove on the Top Gear episodes that I'd like as well. And then finally we have the likes of the MGTA Midget. So not all that much power, but doesn't weigh anything. And yeah, we've never had such an old British car on this series before, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then we've got the Volkswagen double cab pickup. So it's basically a pickup version of the camper van that we've had before. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how different in dynamics that is compared to the camper van that we've already had. So yeah, there are vehicles that we've got to look forward to, and obviously there's other vehicles that we've got to review on this expansion that I am really looking forward to. So yeah, let's go do one more thing. Let's go and see if we can do this needle thing. I think we should get in a rear wheel drive car though, in all honesty. I don't think we have the Ferrari 458. Again, I'm not even sure we need to be in that car. No we don't. I mean, I would buy it. How much are they?
Turn around when it is
I'm predicting quite a lot. So and I know I'm getting a lot of money from these treasure chests and stuff, but I have a lot of things I need to buy, so I'm not really all that keen on purchasing a car I don't need. Sorry, I thought I saw something then. Where are you? How much are you? 225 is alright, I guess. We'll still be above 9 million, so can't really complain. Again, I'm not sure if I actually need it for this treasure hunt, but if it gets me 1 million, it's worth 225. Still get more than 750 back. At the end of the day, I can auction it off for a fraction of the price that I just paid to get a bit of money back. Don't think this is actually a car we've ever reviewed on this channel before, but if it isn't, then I'll keep it and review it, because I have a long list of cars that I want to review that I've never reviewed on a previous Forza game before. Nonetheless, let's get up there. Not sure if this is the best direction to go from, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, 200,000 is quite a lot of points, but it is quite a long drift zone. And this is obviously quite a powerful rear wheel drive car, so I'm hoping we'll do alright. But I am not the best at drifting, by any means, so. influence board there that we just missed. Oopsie. And yes, I'm fully aware I have traction control on. Hoping that we can deal with it at least. Ooh, nearly overcooked it there. Sure, 200,000 points is easy as pie in a car that can actually be set up for drifting, but we've only just crashed across the halfway mark and we're nearly done. But for the first time, could have gone a lot worse, to be honest. Whether or not this is going to be enough to unlock it, or we need the full 3 stars. Have to find out.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, it was enough.
Hey, monkey. Perhaps I need to tell our riddle writing team to make these harder. Adding coordinates to your map. Come on, you still have to do the legwork.
But to get the full achievement of doing every PR stunt on this island, I will have to get the 200,000, but I'll do that in my own time. So yeah, it's near those weird drawings up above. Somewhere all the way over there. Right. Well, we're in a fast car, so we should be able to get there in no time. I'll do that wheel spin once we've found this treasure chest. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, it's the Trailblazers that I was on about.
Easy. Trailblazers. Drive through the entry gate and don't slow down till you get to the flares at the other side.
Why are you making me do this
That's it.
now?
Now floor into the flares as fast as possible.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
It'd be helpful if it wasn't an off-road vehicle. Oh dear. Yeah. Top tip, gonna do these, doing it in an off-road vehicle, or at least a vehicle that's set up to go off-road.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Ah. So yeah, if this is gonna be anything more than 2 stars, I'll be surprised.
There you go. What did you think? Forging your own path is fun, eh?
Told you. So yeah, definitely do it in an off-road vehicle, not in a well-sung supercar like this. Yeah, that's a new fun new mode. Don't know if there are any races to do it in, and it's always just PR, but either way it offers another challenge to do, which is no bad thing. More content is always a good thing, especially when it's something that's decent.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left.
I need to find those weird drawings on the floor
Turn
and then
sharp
look
left.
up, basically. Be in the right vehicle to be doing this. Probably not, in all honesty. think we need a ram back, to be honest. Luckily, we can just transport a vehicle to us rather than going back all the way to the festival or anything. I have 2 of them now, apparently. For whatever reason, that one's far too big to even fit in the picture. But yeah, all-wheel drive on this and even more power than the Ferrari should hopefully help us get up this hillside.
You have arrived at your destination.
Right, this one looks like it's going to be a bit more difficult to find. Is that it? So much for difficult.
Stand down, Horizon. The treasure has been found. Looks like you'll all have to go back to earning an honest
Oh, I've got
living.
the Urus now. Yay! So that's how you unlock them. You have to find the treasure chest. So yeah, there we go. We got the Lamborghini Urus as well now. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at that after we do the wheel spins. Come on, be lucky. I don't need melon flats, whatever they are. 5 grand, not really worth it. All the way to L. So yeah, this doesn't have the V10 that the concept of the Urus had, which is a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, it still has 641 horsepower, 626 pound-feet of torque, with a 4 litre V8 twin turbo, I think it is. So yeah, that's still pretty formidable, and that is actually more power than the V10 version had, I think. I'm not sure if we have the V10 version on this game or not, but yeah, there we go. We're gonna call it a day on this for now. So yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, and yeah, the additions to the vehicle roster are a welcome addition, quite frankly. Got a nice mix of the off-road and the normal on-road vehicles, and yeah, we've got all of this map to check out, and we've barely even scratched the surface of it so far. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this first part in this playthrough. It's not going to be anywhere near as long as the main game playthrough was, because obviously this is a lot smaller in terms of scope, but it still will nonetheless be fun. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the what else I've got to play with. So yeah, and if you haven't got this expansion, then I highly recommend getting it, because you're not only getting this, but you'll also get the next expansion as well. And even though I don't know what that's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be still pretty fun as well. So yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.